on, guys? It's Gabe Short for 100 coming back at you with my review of the Imperial TIE Fighter for 2021. So, we got 3 minifigures with this set, 40 bucks for a TIE Fighter. I'd actually say that's not too bad of a deal. So, without further ado, let's unbox this thing, put it together, and review it. Alright, so y'all, here it is, all nice and put together. Alright, box is still intact, because I prefer not to destroy the box when I open the stuff, so obviously right off the bat, I'm going to say this is a pretty good design, really solid on the color scheme, and just playability, and also just simplicity. So, pick it up, you know, fly it around, blah blah, all that stuff, and then of course you just want to, you just shoot that off right there. Right, so obviously pretty good as far as playability goes, and then you just put this down and up when you need to put in your pilot. And now I'm gonna say that I kind of like this new design with these little control levers right here with the lights on them, you know, just because the control panel I feel is overused as kind of just, you know, a cop-out. So it's easy, it's kind of, I think it's good that they came up with another way to sell the idea of control panels. So minifigure selection, it's actually pretty cool in my opinion. You got the TIE pilot obviously, and you got the Imperial protocol droid, and then you got one stormtrooper. Now I think they should have at least thrown in another stormtrooper so you get 2, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain, because if you've been, you know, collecting sets for a while, then you'll probably already have a bunch of stormtroopers to add this one to. Alright, but I will say, Lego, what is this with the helmet design? What is this? Look at this, look. Can't even turn it at all. Like, really? Like, how is he gonna... Okay, if you lift it up and force it, okay, yeah, you can turn it, but you shouldn't even have to do that. Like, this dude's helmet got a chin that's bigger than Thanos' chin. Like, seriously. Like, how's he gonna look to the left and right if he hears, like, rebels or Ewoks in the trees, right? But, whatever. That just is what it is. So, I will say that kind of one downside is just the gray bit right here. You know, even, of course, you make it matching so it's all on the bottom and more symmetrical. Like, it's bearable, but I think they should have just stuck with the hinge pieces like what they've done on previous TIE Fighter models. To just go in the center right there, I think that would have just, you know, been fine. But I guess they wanted to try something new with the mixel joint, so that's going to be a bit of a deduction for me, because it just doesn't really kind of fit in with the rest of the light gray and the black of the TIE Fighter. So, and another thing here, if I can find it in the instruction book real quick. Alright, so obviously some of you are going to be like, Gabe 2400, you're just nitpicking here, right? But, alright, let me explain. So, here, if you look on this instruction, alright, you can see that this piece right here is shown being added in, right? But then it tells you to add it right here. I obviously put that in a bit too early. Now, to me, obviously it's not a super big deal, but I just think that, hey, y'all, you know, Lego, when you're making these instruction booklets, just double check and proofread, try to get your stuff right. So, and however, a very big plus for me for this set is, so this is my first TIE Fighter set. I've missed out on all the previous ones, and I've seen comparisons to this, and yes, this one looks smaller and all that, yes, but honestly, I think that's a bonus. Like, a lot of people said, oh, it's smaller, it's not as big, but look at this, y'all. Okay, if you look at this model and previous models of TIE Fighter, literally the only difference is here, the wings, okay? And, like, the TIE Fighter from 2018 literally cost, like, 70 bucks, alright? Because you were paying more money for more pieces, a majority of which just went to the wings. But the center part right here, like, was mostly the same design and the same amount of pieces, but you're just spending extra for like a little bit more on the sides and just for bigger wings. which at the end of the day just take up more display room in yourself anyway. So I say, like, what's the big deal with a smaller TIE fighter? It still gets the job done, it still looks like a TIE fighter, and it has a much more simple design that doesn't take up as much room on your shelf or wherever you display your sets. So that's my argument for that, as far as, you know, people that try to say that this being smaller is a negative, because I think it's actually a pretty good positive. And so yep, that's my review. I think it's a dope set, but just because of the fact that the Stormtrooper helmet and the little thing in the instructions and just kind of small details like with these pieces, I'm gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10. But hey, obviously if y'all think this is a 10 out of 10, of course, nothing wrong with that. And yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy my review. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll always be notified when I upload a new video. And I'll see y'all next time.